Isn't this amazing? I think Bruce has one of the most beautiful views ever. Hi, and welcome to Milgat Farms. My name is Kevin, and today I'm not on the farm. I'm at Bruce's farm. He has a sugar camp, and it's way up on the hill. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the road is way down there, and we had to come up about a mile and a half to get to the sugar camp, and this is Bruce's sugar camp. You can see his big tank. It's really similar to ours. So Bruce has always been really nice to us. He is a big part of why we're in the making maple syrup. So Bruce has been a really good friend to us. He helped me learn how he makes maple syrup. I bought similar equipment, and now I get to make maple syrup, and it's a lot of fun. Today he's gonna let me go up in his woods and see what 5/16" lines look like. We're a 3/16" farm, which is what the line size is. He is not. So I wanna understand what the differences really are, and what better way of doing that than looking at it myself. If you look behind me, that's the Bluegrass Valley. Bruce lives in the northern part. I live in the southern part, which is way down there. But still Bluegrass Valley. The views are a little bit different, let me say that, because you can see it's absolutely beautiful here. We got a rain last night, and the grass looks like it's greening up a little bit. Yeah, I plan on it.
And that'll save you some money.
Not big money.
But some.
Right.
I didn't say a lot, but I said some. If you're going to video, I can stop. So.
Huh? No, go ahead. You talk. That's a little different tool than the one I have.
Now, this is a 5/16 tool.
Is that CDL version? Or through CDL, or is that a Pimco?
It always sells Pruno now.
So if I took a 5/16 and stuck it on my 1-inch line right now, put 10 taps on it, am I not going to reach the vacuum at the top of that line?
No.
Why is that? That doesn't make sense.
You're getting too much sap in the line, the air can't get back through it.
Well, how's the 5/16 pulling it? It's just pulling a column of water.
Pulling a column of water.
All right, that's different. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I get it. Where'd you get your vest?
I got them off eBay.
Is that a sugar vest? Oh, here.
No, it's just a regular.
Here.
I just went ahead and spun it off so I can start with a full one. Found them on there in the cellar. I guess went out of business. Couldn't find them anymore.
Yeah.
But no, because you're not generating. It takes about 75 taps to fill up a 5/16 line, 50 to 75 to generate a column of water. And so you're getting too much sap in the lines. You're blocking your air and gas removal on a 5/16 line.
Is Bruce doing the other side?
It's all done. We did the other side last year. We did 2,000 taps last year. This is the hardest side, but we had an 1.25" dull line and we got an inch dull line over there that's 2,700 feet. And the 1.25" one's about 1,600 to 1,700. So that was a lot of work just on those dull lines. And there's 15 or 16 main lines over there.
How far away from the main line will you go?
We try to go 100 feet or less. I mean, obviously that doesn't always happen, but.
We're at a fork in the road. We're gonna head downhill and go look at where the main line connects. There is a main line down there, but it's gonna connect somewhere over there, and that's where we're gonna go. I really appreciate Bruce letting me come in his woods. These woods are beautiful, that's for sure. Lots of good spacing, huge trees. Gosh, I wouldn't know what to do with trees like this. His sugar content is off the hook. It's like 2.5% on a mountain tree. Unheard of, let me say that. In my world, on average, we're in the middle of the season, we're about 1 to 1.5. Beginning of the season, 2.5, 2.75, yeah, no problem. But as the season goes on, it doesn't work like that. So it goes downhill and it plateaus out about 1 to 1.25. I forgot to ask him if he changes his taps out every year. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he's got trees on his like I do. Or limbs, let me say that. The overall design is not much different. You can tell he's got that main line right there, but all these are 5/16. And so you got your 5/16 laterals going up. So it seems like the biggest difference in a 5/16 and 3/16 is on a 3/16, you're using a column of water to extract or put that vacuum on. Whereas in a 5/16, you need that air separation. So you can't put a whole lot of taps on there or it's not gonna run efficiently. I know there's some math in there and I don't quite know the math yet, but I'm gonna figure it out eventually. So I've been up here in Bruce's woods, but it's been a few years. These are some beautiful trees and they're all huge too. You look up, that's just a beautiful tree. We look up in here, oh, it's just as pretty as can be. Courtney and Justin, if you're watching this, I can see your house from here. As I'm walking through here, I really don't want to fall and get hurt. I don't step on logs, that's a dumb idea. I really don't like stepping on mossy rocks either. We're at the point where his vacuum line is terminated. So you've got a wet line, which is on the bottom, and the upper line's a vacuum line. And that's what this big old arch is right here. It's coming off the vacuum line, going this direction. And we look right up there, we can see where they both terminate. There's another main line, comes back around. We'll go down there and look as well. Interesting setup though. You can see down there where the vacuum line, it's arching over. And I'm guessing he does that so that the water doesn't come into the vacuum side. Now that doesn't mean it's not gonna come in there. If the lines are frozen, that water's probably gonna find that vacuum line and be pulled in. But for the most part, it looks like that may be the reason it's doing it that way. One thing Bruce has a lot of, that is rocks. We don't have as many rocks. Well, we have rocks, but not like this. We have a couple rock gardens here and there. They're sketchy, that's for sure. We're steep like he is, that's true too. We'll take this trail. The trail less traveled. Beautiful view. That's Rex Roads right there, or it used to be Mr. Rex Roads. I don't know who owns it now. But Courtney lives over that way. You can just about see their house. The Wills are good friends of ours. Courtney likes to homeschool her kids, and she's a really good inspiration for Emily doing the homeschooling with our children. I don't know if we have the same distance from the sugar house to the top of the mountain like Bruce does. We definitely got some distance, that's for sure, but he is way up here. You know what kind of tree that is right there? We make some syrup out of it. Well, actually not out of it, but we use it to make some of our syrups. Hey, let me know in the comments below what kind of tree you think that is. First one to get it correct, I'm gonna send you a bottle of that syrup. It's really good. Main lines are over there. We're heading downhill now. Bruce makes a lot of syrup, that's for sure. He's got a good sugar content and he always gets good water too. He can make more than 1,000 gallons. I think this year he made, last year rather, not, what is this year? We're still in 2024. He made the most syrup he's ever made. And he's even installing some more taps. So he's gonna have a great year this year. We're a couple hundred meters from the tree line. Goodness, there's a lot of spacing in here. Wow. This is amazing. So I might count this as a little weird. There's 3 lines here. One's a wet line, or there's possibly 2 wet lines and 1 vacuum line. I'm gonna guess somewhere it's gonna make its connection to that dry wet line or dry line. Brandon, the CDL rep, and he doesn't live far from us either. He's our CDL rep too. He tells us that you don't want to run these main lines without vacuum too far, which means it can be pretty expensive to change your system from 3/16 to 5/16 to actually run a wet dry line. Yep. Connects right over here, right over there, that other main line, which services, I guess it's probably 400 or 500 foot. This section right here, everything above it. And there may be some on that side too. Now we're gonna go back into 2 lines, and you can see them, there's 2 here. This one over here is gonna connect into it, and then we're gonna get to the 4 lines here in a minute. Ooh-wee, that's beautiful. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. You hear that chainsaw in the distance? It's definitely time to get ready for winter around here. We look down there in the woods. That's where Bruce's sugar camp is, or the building. We're gonna head down there now. Of course, I say that. I don't think I want to go traipsing around the bushes, sticker bushes. So this is a big junction point. It's on a similar tree to the one before we talked about. This is the wet line on top. Wow, look at that. So what we've got is two lines coming in. These are two wet lines on the bottom, dry line on top. And it looks like, yep, that one's carrying vacuum up there. That's where the vacuum stops on that one. Over here, similar scenario, vacuum on the top, wet on the bottom, but a much larger line. These look to be 1 inch, that's 1.25 inches. And there's a sugar house. We're gonna head down there in a minute. That makes sense. That might keep the cows off, and it might not keep the cows off. Huh. I don't know about that. Oh no, I'm gonna get shocked. I can feel this coming. You see pieces, parts of his spring. That's a nice fence right there. Oh boy. Speaking of getting zapped, I was getting Galloway last night out of the pasture, and I knew if he backed up anymore, we were both going to get it. Sure enough, he backed into that electric fence and it about knocked us both on our bum. It was kind of funny. Whew, he ran off. I had to go catch him again. I finally got him out though. So we're halfway between the woods and the sugar house, and you can see they really don't have any sag to them. I think he's done a great job with this, that's for sure. This is his great-grandfather's house. I mean, can you imagine being here 100, 120 years ago? Thinking, you know, let's go ahead and build up on top of this hill. I know a lot of times when people build houses out here, they're doing it near a spring. And it was, of course, to take advantage of the water, right? Could you imagine though? You gotta carry all this material up here to build this house. And several of the houses in the area were built by gentlemen that would come in with a sawmill. They would mill the wood right on site and build your house for you. That's pretty cool. Here we are at the bottom. We're gonna go in, I'll show you where they come in the sugar house. From this vantage point, it's kind of hard to see. But they come in through that wall right there and go into the releaser. And this is his big tank. Ah, you can see me. That's the big tank behind me that his sap collects in. And once it's collected to a certain height, that's when he does his reverse osmosis and the whole sugar making process really begins. It is always motivating to come to someone else's sugar camp because they always have great ideas that you can take back and incorporate at your own place. I'm not opening this gate, I'm climbing. Nope, I'm opening the gate. What a beautiful view. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch our videos. We really appreciate it. We do hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoy making them for you, because we really do. We love sharing what God's done for us with you. Do consider giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, God bless you.